What's up, Next Steps team? Hope everyone's having a great week. Excited to be together with you all this weekend for Easter Sunday. What a powerful weekend it's going to be. Just so excited for all that God is going to do in and through us and his people and through this time together on Sunday. So thankful for God's ultimate sacrifice that he made on our behalf, and thankful for this weekend that is one of the most evangelistic weekends of of the year. And so how do we get prepared and how are we ready to execute to make sure that we just step out and we're with urgency touching every heart and really just being an extension of the hands and feet of Jesus. And so I wanted to just share a quick video with some quick specifics for us to feel very confident and prepared, and also just give you a heads up. I am doing this at home with both my kids. It's just me and the two of them. So you're probably going to hear and see them throughout this video. Perfect timing, Penelope. All right. So for this weekend, if you're on the connections team, that's going to look pretty similar to previous weekends. That means that we are connecting with people that are coming in, especially the new here, that we're having a new here focus. We have a special new here gift that's going to look like this. It's a little living succulent, and just a little inside joke. You know, this is a special gift because on Easter Sunday we get to, Jesus lives, and so does your gift. But we're not going to say that to our new here folks. But it's just a great way to just give an added value, to touch hearts, to slow down with people, have conversations that we can actually have opportunity to see them, to know them, to love them, and to leave them with hope. And so that's our heart, that we would just be super intentional on the connection to forward facing, that we have the signs, specific signs for that weekend, and that we're using them, not just holding them, but using them to engage with people. If you're on the prayer team, it's going to look similar as well to a normal Sunday. We're going to have the prayer team up just at bottom line. And some of the prayer team members, you may be helping with registration. And so I'm going to put a pin in that. And for a sec, though, if you're on the prayer team, bottom line is going to look a little bit different. So at bottom line, there's going to be we're going to end high energy for the service, and we're going to actually dismiss with the band playing a song. So Pastor Joel will invite the prayer team up and invite people to come up for prayer. And then as she dismisses, then there's going to be a song that plays out for about a minute to 2 minutes. And so just to be aware of that. And then also, if people have already come up for prayer when she invites them up, it's a great opportunity just to slow down with them, ask some questions, get to know them, and then when the music ends, pray over them. If they said yes, it's vital that we get them to fill out a card, a said yes card. If we don't have said yes cards, then we fill out a new here card just on the back with the part that says said yes, and that we give them a Bible. As prayer team, we have the prayer team baskets when we come up. We have our lanyards. We're forward facing, and we're not going into the seats. Going to registration. So registration specifically is going to be specific few people. Some of you may already know who you are. If you don't, you're going to get after this video comes out, you're going to get a text, or before this video even comes out, you're going to get a text message from me in a group text with all of us on registration. It's going to have some specific details about Brushfire, a video to watch that walks through using Brushfire and what registration will look like. If you're not in that text and don't receive that, don't worry about registration. You're not going to be doing it. My biggest ask for us is there's a lot of moving parts. We have a third service. So first, before I even continue, thank you for your hearts, and thank you for your yes. Thank you for those of you that are serving 2 and attending 1. Thank you for those that are serving 1. Thank you for your yes to be available, to be an extension of the hands and feet of Jesus, to touch the hearts of people. This is going to be their day when they're going to experience and lead change. That's what my heart and my belief for this weekend is. People are going to come in one way and they're going to leave a completely different way in and through God. There's going to be a powerful moment towards the end of the message too, where Pastor Matt is going to slow down for 8 minutes and really just get super pastoral with our people. And we're just believing that God's going to honor that moment and do something special in each person. So that's including you. So be expectant, have your heart open, and the service you're attend fully, please. Permission to attend fully. Come in at the beginning, enjoy and participate and enjoy the worship and the service, and stay throughout the end of the service as well, until dismissal. We are going to have a little bit of a different flow since we have 3 services, and since there is more margin between our services. We're actually going to have huddles in between each service. So if you are serving, if you're serving first service, or you're currently serving us, whatever service you're serving, you are not dismissed until the next team comes in and replaces you. If you're part of the next team, we'll figure out a shift to get you to just have we're gonna have a 5-minute touch point huddle in between services, and that's just to reset and reset just some vision and some expectations, but also maybe we need to tweak something, and we can communicate that during that huddle. So my heart is that we would stay flexible and full of grace. You may be serving in one area, and we may need to ask you to pivot to another area. Please be flexible and full of grace. We're working our best to make sure that we are as guest ready as possible to meet and reach and touch the hearts of all the people that God is bringing. We have over 150 people signed up for first service, over 120 people signed up for second service. Our third service is less than 100. It's a little bit lighter than the other 2. But we also know from previous experience that we see more than the amount that actually sign up. So let's just be, like I said, let's be expectant for ourselves and be expectant in whole for all that God is going to do. Remember that we're going to continue to park in the Serve Team parking lot behind the church in that back lot. This way we open up more space for those attending, especially for those that are brand new, that'll be their first time visiting us. And then if you have kids, there's going to be an adjustment for the flow. And I'm going to go into the schedule in a second, what the flow of the day is going to look like. But before I get into it, I want to mention this. If you have kids, we're going to be guest ready 40 minutes before each service starts. However, if you have kids ministry will open up earlier just for Serve Team kids, so that it's not going to open up 40 minutes earlier, but it's going to open up earlier so that you can drop off your kids and get back to your position before we even start to see the first people hopefully coming on site for that service. So now I'm going to transition and just go and just share real quickly the flow for the day. So excuse me 1 second. Penelope, give me 1 second, all right? We can go up there in 1 second. Let me finish this and we'll go up. Thank you. So the flow is gonna look like 7:45 is gonna be house-wide prayer. And so just real quick, since the first service starts 30 minutes early, starts at 9, this way we can have service at 9, 11, and 1. House-wide prayer will be at 7:45. No matter what service you're attending or serving, we ask that you be there. This is our best way to start off the day, to go to God and give him what we need to give him and receive from God what we need to receive from him, but also to intercede and pray all that we're believing for God to do that day. The first huddle will start at 8 to 8:15, and then we're guest ready at 8:20. I don't have exact times yet, but around 8:30 or 8:40-ish, that's going to be the early drop-off for Serve Team kids. 8:30 a.m. registration will open. 8:40 auditorium and kids doors will open, and then 9 a.m. is the first service start. 10:15 a.m. is next steps time. So this is post-service. This is our time to really connect with people and engage people into next steps. At 10:15 to 10:30, we'll have the second huddle. So when the second huddle is over, this is just an example. So when at 10:30 when that huddle's over, that's when we'll dismiss the people serving the first service and bring in the new team serving second service. Registration will open at 10:30. We'll be guest ready at 10:30, and then auditorium and kids doors will open at 10:40. At that 10:30 mark is probably when we're going to be able to have the kids, serve team kids drop off as well, earlier than 10:40. Second service starts at 11, and then at 12:15 we're having our next steps time, and we're having our next huddle for the third service. And so that will end at 12:30. At 12:30 we'll shift serve teams, and then registration opens. We'll have serve team kids drop off, and then 12:40 auditorium and kids doors open. 1 p.m. third service. 2:15 we're having next steps time, and then 2:30-ish, 2:45-ish, we're just going to have a very quick post-service huddle and just very quick tear down. But we should all be pretty much set before that. If you have any questions on any of the flow of your role, of anything that I shared, please reach out to your coach, or you can reach out to me as well. But your coach can also reach out to me with anything specific. But outside of that, it should be pretty simple flow. Super excited for this weekend and all that God's going to do, and just thankful that we have this flow. I want to honor Pastor Jenna, Pastor Joel, and just our executive team, and Pastors Matt and Sarah, like, just for how well they have set us up to be able to run the play and be that much more effective in touching people's hearts and leading them to Jesus and leading them closer to, and more closer to God, becoming more fully engaged followers of Jesus. Love you all. So thankful that we get to do this together. See you soon.